Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about herbs, storing, drying, and using them, labeling them, packaging them, basic stuff. Herbalism in its most simple form. And I'm going to be listing some of the herbs that people are really familiar with and if they are poisonous or not. Mainly just the poisonous ones and the ones that more sensitive people might be allergic to or pregnant women should not ingest. Like, at all. During breastfeeding as well. First of all, if you're looking to learn about Wicca and herbs you should use or want to use in Wicca, buy this book, A Real Witch's Kitchen. Well, The Real Witch's Kitchen by Kate West. It's an amazing book. It has everything you need to know, and not everything you need to know, but lots of it, and lots of different really amazing tea recipes and recipes for bread and for marzipan and for like some of the coolest recipes and crescent cakes and stuff. But if you're allergic to nuts, some of these recipes aren't for you. But it's a really awesome book. I got it for $20, which is pretty awesome. In Canada. In the US it's about $4 less. And she's awesome. She's an amazing writer. I went through this book in about 2 days. It's not that thick, but it's amazing. Oh my god. So when you're buying herbs, buy what you need when you need it. Don't buy about 200 herbs at once unless you know for a fact that you're going to be using them in a very short time. Always store the herbs in clearly labeled bottles. I'd prefer to use glass, and because plastic kind of just is not very good. So if you buy, say, rosemary in a little plastic container, put it in a glass jar. Just put it in a glass jar, because like, you don't want chemicals leaching into your herbs, do you? No, you don't. And by the way, for people that are going to be like, oh, why do you pronounce it like herbs? It's herbs. I don't like saying herbs. It makes me sound like a retard. So I don't want to be saying it at all. Ever. So I say herbs. Okay? So get over it. If you have some problem with me pronouncing words, get over it. Okay. We're all good? Okay. Make sure they're clearly labeled. Even the best memory can fail at times. And I'm kind of just reading out of the book a little bit. I'm just taking tidbits of information that I don't really remember. And always be sure to keep them in a cool, dark place. And either use a use-by date or the date you put them in the jar, because they can lose their potency and make them taste really bad over time. So, like, say 20 years from now, you still have the same big, huge can of chamomile that you had the first day you bought it. I wouldn't be too sure I'd be wanting to eat that, thank you very much, or drink tea that was made from it, because it's probably going to taste like a corpse's brain. I don't know. Something dead and disgusting. If you're growing plants should be kept in places suitable for their needs. So, say you're growing, I don't know, lavender. Like my plant over there, can you see it? It's right there. I keep mine in sunlight and give it give your plants either a lot or a little of water. It's totally your choice, and what your little tag thing that comes with the plants when you buy them, they'll usually say how much usually say how much sunlight they'll need. And okay, we're only at 4 minutes. If you take it's not best to take plants from the wild, even if it's just like dandelions or something. It's best if you just grow them. Because like plants can absorb like car emissions, the exhaust. I don't know if you use the word emissions in your country if you're watching this in a different country. And like dogs or cats or any other animal could lay its waste on it, which is not very good. Even though it's a fertilizer, it's not very good. I wouldn't choose that. And make sure that when you're making something, make it for immediate use. when they are most potent. And never eat or drink anything that you don't know is for a fact edible, because then you could die. Like mandrake. Don't eat mandrake. It's not very good for you if you do. Never give any like little witchy little potion, like a little herbal remedy to somebody without telling them exactly what's in it. Say you're using almonds to bring good health or something, and they're allergic to nuts, and you don't tell them, and then they die. That's a lawsuit, so make sure you tell them. Do not ever give anything to a pregnant woman, except for if you wish to give chamomile to a baby to aid digestion, for example. Look for chamomile, a drink designed for babies. And the same for like women, pregnant women. Any homemade lotions, soaps, and creams should be tested on a small area of skin first. Because you don't want to be rubbing this homemade lotion all over your body to find out that you're allergic to peppermint oil or something. Ouch. I know what it's like to have hives all over your body for a couple of weeks. It sucks. I still have scars in some places from all the places I was scratching. It sucks. I really hate it. Oh god. Yeah. Experiment carefully. Like, and I don't even recommend you experiment, but use your senses and stuff. If something smells or tastes bad, don't use it. Or like looks like it's poisonous or feels like it's gonna kill you or something. Yeah. And obviously smell and taste things cautiously. And in case of illness, like say you eat something that you've just tried out and it's a remedy that's supposed to make you feel better but it makes you feel worse, go see a doctor. Go to the hospital, because, you know, just, yeah. When you're buying from people, make sure they're knowledgeable, obviously. Sorry, I just had to research the word in my book. And they're reputable. And don't be afraid to ask for their references and stuff to make sure that they know what they're talking about. Because they could be giving you mint. Or, no, let's say something that's hard to tell. Well, like, yeah, you don't know what mint smells like, which is kind of strange. And you're like, okay, can I have some mint? And they give you basil, or something like that, and something, like, crazy. That's not good. Or you ask for nettles and they give you thistles or something, which is not good. And don't, like, try to buy organically. And yeah, and make sure you can ingest the herbs, because you don't want to, yeah. And if you're using essential oils, make sure they're 100% essential oils, not like a tiny drop of peppermint in an ounce of jojoba or something retarded. And make sure everything is clean. Like, make sure your mortar and pestle is clean before you start grinding herbs in there. Like, you could have incense that has mandrake and frankincense and myrrh in it and stuff, or something crazy like that. And then you start making a herbal remedy to help aid digestion for a baby or something. Like, you give them a little bit of chamomile or something, and you're grinding it up into a powder to mix it into with their baby food or something. Like, I don't know. And then the baby gets sick and dies. Whoops. Clean your stuff, please. Yeah. And make sure your hands and obviously your pants and your jars and everything you're using to hold the herbs and stuff, or to handle the herbs with. Yeah. And, yeah. Try not to use large quantities of, like, cleaning supplies, because it'll kill off the potency of the herbs. And hands just can be washed with regular soap and water. And do not eat, drink, or smoke anything while you're making your preparations. And this may sound, like, totally insane. Like, this may sound, like, totally complicated and stuff, but it's really just